Yo, 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 it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that love. We're going quick, we're going fast for a small channel. And for this one, we're going to get straight into it. We're talking about Usyk versus Dubois versus Parker. No matter which scrap goes down, I believe either Dubois or Parker will finally send Usyk off the way I believe he really wants to get sent off. What do I mean by this? If you ever watched the anime show called Baki, it's a great show. Check it out on Netflix, right? It's a great anime show about fighting, combat, you name it, right? But in the show of Baki, there is these prisoners and so forth. I'm going to keep it short, but these prisoners that basically break out of prison, get out, searching for this young man, this young 18-year-old man who's supposed to be the best fighter in Japan. And they're all looking for a glorious defeat, a glorious death, right, in the ring. And they want to be beaten. They want to take on the best, and they want to be finally defeated in the ring if they're truly defeated, looking for that scrap, looking for that great moment in their life to be taken down finally by someone who is better than them or give them a true challenge to test all their abilities and skills. Why do I bring this up? That is exactly how Orlando Usyk moves. He moves like unlike any other man in the division of the heavyweight or cruiserweight divisions that he moved up and down from. What do I mean by this? Look at what he done. He unified and undisputed at the cruiserweight division, then moved up to the heavyweight division, got maybe you can say one good fill out fight, one gimme kind of fight where he boxed decently, and then started taking on the likes of Derek Chisora, and then moved straight on to the Anthony AJ Joshua scrap, and then the Tyson Furies back to back, taking on two of the top heavyweights at that time in the division. When you're the smaller man moving up from the cruiserweight division, don't mind you not what he went through that murderous row to take on that tournament and win the undisputed crown at the cruiserweight division, moving up to heavyweight to challenge himself. Not many men at the cruiserweight or lighter weights move up to the heavyweight to challenge themselves. There's only been a few people to do it, especially undisputed. Who are we talking about? The likes of Evander Holyfield. That man fought everyone until he finally got beat. Then you got the likes of, let's pick, well, hell, Usyk's the only other one. Then we have Roy Jones himself, moved up from light heavyweight, moved up to heavyweight, and so forth. He got him one belt, didn't unify and undispute like my man Usyk and Evander Holyfield, but still went up there to challenge himself. These kind of fighters are looking for that defeat. And if you look at the demeanor, looking at the mentality of Usyk, he is looking for that challenge, looking for any man that can give him that good scrap. He only wants to be in there with real ones. He only wants to be challenged. He is looking for that glorious defeat. Fast forward to now, we've got the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois and Joseph Parker knocking on his doorstep. Obviously, right now, Usyk is kind of geared towards and focused towards the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois. That's where his promotional company wants him to be. And I think that's where he wants to go as well, to get that good old rematch, to settle all things, get all controversy aside. Was it a low blow knockdown? He wants to let everybody know he can put belt to ass on Daniel Dynamite Dubois, and that is not the man to beat him. Then you got the likes of Joseph Parker, who truly earned the scrap, truly should be the one getting up in there and getting it with Usyk, but he's right there at that doorstep as well and can give Usyk that different look, that different challenge. And now that he's bringing even more power that he's already had, knocking out the likes of Martin Bakole February 22nd, 2025, he brings even more excitement to that match, excitement to that, matchup. Can either of these men give Usyk what he's looking for, that glorious defeat, that glorious, send off into retirement, should we say? He already said he's got about 2 more fights left, meaning Usyk, and I don't think he's going to waste them around with give me fights. Salute to him. He's a real fighter, real warrior, because a lot of people, after he's done what he's done, fought the people he's fought, took the path that he's done, undisputed in 2 of the hardest weight classes to undispute in. They would just ride off in the sunset, then do some exhibitions and call it a day. But this man wants to be beaten. He wants the smoke. He wants the challenge. And I think Daniel Dynamite Dubois and both Joseph Parker can give it to him. Why and how? Daniel Dynamite Dubois' new confidence is the game changer between the first fight and potentially this upcoming second fight, that rematch. When a man is riding on high confidence and high belief in himself, he can really push his body and limits past anything they think he can do, past where he thought he could do, past where his mind and body, where his muscles and body thought he could do. The mind can force you to do things extraordinary. And when you're confident and do that, you really remove all the blocks out of your system, out of your mind that holds you back, and you can loosen up and open up and really let go and let your hands go in the sport of boxing and actually do things you didn't think you could do and start implementing the things you've been learning in camp, and help pull out some things you didn't know, period, that you had learned in camp, and put them together to come up with new game plans. So for the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois, I think his jab, it's always been there, but he's got more confidence behind it, and he's got more power behind it. And then that overhand right, that short, choppy overhand right he's been implementing has also been vicious. But more importantly, the confidence in his chin, the confidence in his ability to walk past fatigue, the ability to walk past punches now. He's taking some good shots from the likes of Anthony A.J. Joshua, even though he kind of steamrolled him. He beat down Hrgovic, took some good overhand rights from the like of Hrgovic, and did not fold. I think now he knows his eye can hold up. I think he knows his stamina can hold up after he took on the likes of Gerald Big Baby Miller. And I think the man that Usyk is going to face in that ring in the rematch, if it goes down, meaning Usyk would have to drop that WBO belt, is something that he has never seen before. And actually, he has the power to clearly stop Usyk. I do believe Usyk was hurt by that body shot / low blow. You call it whatever it was. He was damaged. He was hurt. It was not a true low blow like in the groin. He felt that right here, right in that mid area. And I think he was hurt. And I think Daniel Dubois clearly has the power to earn the respect of Usyk and put him down. Fast forward to Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker, who also has some power himself, I still put Daniel Dynamite Dubois up just a little bit over Parker, even though Parker got that knockout over Bacoli. But it still was a 48-hour turnaround. So we got to see more of Joseph Parker. But he's got pop, he's got power. But more importantly about Joseph Parker, his confidence is back as well, as he went on a rebuild season, then beat the likes of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, beat the likes of Zhang after getting up off the canvas twice, beat Martin Bacoli on a 48-hour turnaround. These are some of the hardest hitting men in the division of heavyweight boxing and just boxing, period, for our age and time right now. And he took them all, even when he hit the canvas. But more importantly, he realized that his boxing skill set is superior. And if he depends on that and leans on that and utilizes it, he can outbox, outmatch, and keep the power that he has to keep his opponent up off of him. Even when they get into the range, even if he gets dropped by a flash knockdown or so, he has enough power in himself to keep them honest. But more importantly, he has enough power to implement the right boxing game plan. He can change levels. He can change sides. He can actually just pick apart and confuse his heavyweight opposition. And I think his skill level will match that of Usyk. Now, I still have Usyk as a better boxer, technician, period. I think he's the better boxer, period, in the heavyweight division by IQ, skill set, and movement. But I think Joseph Parker has that element of surprise, his switching ability in there, not meaning switching from left to right like Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm talking about how he switches his cadence, switching his speed, switching his punch selection. Will throw that off of Usyk, and then even more again, that power, him weighing in about 10 to 15 pounds heavier actually worked out for him. I think he's solid now at that good weight, and he can move around. I think that'll throw Usyk off as well and keep him honest. I think both men, Daniel Dynamite Dubois and Parker, no matter who he picks, one of those two men will send him into retirement and give him that glorious defeat, give him that thing he's been looking for, that true challenge. We thought it was Tyson and Gypsy King Fury. Now it was a good scrap. Those are two good fights. And obviously the AJ fights were good as well. But to be honest with you, I think Usyk walked out of those unsatisfied. I believe he will fight. Obviously, he's definitely going to fight either one next. Obviously, we think it's going to be Daniel Dynamite Dubois. That's just where the money resides. That's where the teams are pushing him. But I personally would love to see him fight Parker. I think Parker's earned that scrap. I like to see different styles match up. And I think Parker, out of either the two, between Daniel Dynamite Dubois and Parker, I think Parker will give Usyk the better scrap and has a better chance of sending him into retirement, giving him to that feet, and finally making him understand, hey, there are other ones out here that can do what you do and beat you. But I think Dubois stands just as good of a chance as Parker. Either way, I like to see either man get that scrap. We definitely know it's 100%. One of them is going to get it unless they throw a Hail Mary or Usyk just something happens. But whoever does it, salute to them. Salute to all three fighters. I won't be surprised if Usyk fights both of them back to back, meaning getting the Daniel Dynamite Dubois scrap out the way first, do that rematch, and then go fight Parker. Win, lose, or draw. I think he probably fights both of them. That's kind of man he is. But then again, if he does lose to Daniel Dynamite Dubois up front, he'll probably want to get that rematch and just get that thing going and get that victory back on his belt to make sure that was not a fluke against him and Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Either way, we talked way too long on this. Let us know what you think. Hit that comment section. Hit that like button. As always, if you got some time, subscribe. We appreciate that love. Until the next time, man, it's your boy Casual Rep with the Son 8 Podcast. Peace.